Hello guys, this is Blade from Team Liquid, and I will be giving you another tutorial video as a Zerg, in the Zerg perspective, of me versus exioNCourage, a Zerg versus Protoss on the map Entombed Valley. So this game is going to showcase how to defend versus that immortal all-in that so many Zergs hate and struggle. This is a kind of a different way I do it. I don't do the typical engage. I actually just go for the base trade, ton of spines here, and I'm going to explain my thought process as I go on, obviously. So the first thing is cross positions, obviously, which is good. So what I do this game is typical fast 3 base versus forge fast expand, nothing unusual. And then at about 9 minutes you want to start making a ton of units. If you don't see he hasn't even taken his third and you have an overseer and you see a bunch of gateways, immortals, and obviously a robo, you know he's going to do the all-in. So you want to prepare with the spines, just a ton of spines, sack your third. Once he goes to your third, make sure you pull a Jones beforehand, put him to your natural. All units you make after you start the base trade, stay here to help defend. Now, some concerns I can already see people saying is, well, crap, what if they see all the spines and then they don't attack? Well, the fact of the matter is unless he sees it with an observer, which you should have an overseer, you want to snipe that observer. You do not want him to see these going up with an observer, because if he does, he's just not going to attack, and that will put you behind economically. A little bit anyway. Because he's not going to attack. If he scouts, 10-15 spines with an observer here, and then decides to attack, he's kind of a bad player. I mean, a Tosh should be responding better than that. So, to counteract that, so that he can't know, you make an overseer and you just hover over here, and if you see a shimmer, bring the overseer there, kill that observer. That is your main goal. Of course, if he does get an observer, his attack is normally delayed about 20 seconds or however long it takes for that to go. So do keep that in mind. And then if his army's over here and then he decides not to attack, I mean, he's kind of screwed. He's going to lose his natural no matter what. He's going to lose everything here no matter what. And you're going to be perfectly fine. You losing the third, fine, because you'll have all these spines here. He can't bust it, and if he retreats, again, he's losing this natural almost no matter what. There's just nothing he can do about it. So that's just my method. I find that the best method. It works for me at the Grandmaster level. So I've beaten many Grandmasters with this style, especially if they can. And you do want to try to avoid his army seeing you go back there, because then he'll just turn back. And you don't want that, so you do want to be very discreet. You want to make sure he doesn't know, because if he knows, he can prepare for it a little bit better. Or he'll just, take a third. Yeah, I'm not really commenting on too much, because this is literally just typical ZVP, 15 pool. I took my third first because he blocked my natural, but it's the typical 3 hatch. And he's doing typical forge fast expand. There's really not much to comment on the build yet. But yeah, so that's pretty much what this is going to show you. And obviously just droning. Get my third queen here, and I actually do make my 4th queen. I start my 3rd queen here, and then my 4th here. And 1 is just for creep spread. I've actually gotten a lot better with that now. Now that it's become a typical part of my build, I'm doing a lot better creep spread in ZVP. And that's good, obviously. You should always have a ling at this location, because you can see if he takes like a 7-minute third. This is pretty critical to know, because if you know he's taking a third that's like 7 minutes, you can be greedy. You can be super, super greedy, because there's no way he's going to punish you. So you know you don't have to worry about that immortal timing for sure. Another thing, you'll notice I have 2 overlords. One's going to be here, and the other here. This one's going to sacrifice himself to the main. This is to see if he's doing a potential 4-gate timing, potential gateway all-in. A good timing is to sacrifice it between 6:15 and 6:30. This overlord we'll see the gas timings. It's a little late because I forgot this game. You're supposed to send it earlier, but it's early enough. You can see the gas timings, and once your lair finishes, you can morph it to an overseer and check his main. This is very critical for the immortal all-in to see what he's doing. And as you can see, he's going to add some, but I see no gateways. I think I see that robo. Yep. So since I see this robo already, and I don't see any gateways, I know he's not going to do any 4-gate pressure or anything. So you'll notice I'm just droning. I make a few lings. That's to kill this zealot. I hate not having control of this watchtower. So I always make some extra lings for it. But as you'll see, my roach warrens are going to be a little delayed, which is, again, fine because I see this, no gateways, there's no reason. Now if I had seen gateways just starting, I would have started my roach warren at the same time. It's a good time to get your roach warren. So yep, so I know he's got that, so I can't remember if I saw, yeah, I didn't see those, which is fine again. I already knew he wasn't going to be doing the timing. So as you'll see, he doesn't get an observer this game because he's going for the very fast immortal timing. If he wasn't, he would get an observer. The observer first, because that would normally indicates a third, but sometimes they'll use that just to scout so that they can see what you have. And these rocks, taking these down, and yep. And as you can see, he's just queued up immortals, and he's adding 3 gateways here. Now, I kind of start making units a little bit late. I should be starting units about right now, but that's because I supply blocked myself a little bit, so that would explain that. Not the best to show in a replay, but oh well. I'm starting 1-1 because I'm playing for the macro game. I get melee because I don't go roach heavy play anymore. Every time I go mass roaches, I just lose, so I stopped. But at about this point, I forgot to morph this into an overseer. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. I forgot. I got my lair super late this game. But the fact that he hasn't even tried to take a third, hasn't tried to take down his rocks, is already a red sign for me. You'll notice I'm making 17 roaches, bunch of lings. That's already a sign that he's most likely doing that immortal all-in. So I'm already getting the spines up, because I know, and he's already, and since he did the skip the observer, this is going to be a very fast timing. You know, he's moving out at 10 minutes. This is normal nowadays. I miss the days when this build didn't push out to like 11:30. But as you'll see, here's all my units. Here's his. I do get a little bit lucky here. He moves away, which is lucky for me, because then I can get my units over here, and he doesn't see mine. He does see these lings though, which is bad on my part. A little sloppy that he sees these, but he doesn't see anything else, which is fine. So he thinks, I think he thinks this is just an only ling counter, because he doesn't really prepare much of a defense here. But as you can see, I have, you know, that's 10 spines, pulling my drones from my third, have all my units going here. And then I initiate the base trade. As you see, he should have morphed in sentries here. That would have given a better chance. But as you can see here, I did lose roaches, but all my spines are finishing. And I'm adding more. This third I expect to go down. I forgot to take the queen. I'm making pure units and keeping them here. But as you can see, he's in a bad spot. I mean, he can warp in units here, sure, but I mean, he's going to take out my third, but he can't bust this. So he's going to lose his natural, and then he does a silly decision. He's actually going to pull back, which is a very not the best decision. I mean, he's already kind of screwed, but this is like the worst decision you could possibly make in this situation. Because, I mean, so he does this, he's running back, because I get the main. I get main and natural, and you'll notice, look at his money, he doesn't have enough for a nexus. And this forces his all-in to be super, super all-in, so he has no way of, like, ever coming back. Something he could have done to give him a better chance of survival would be to morph sentries here and put some cannons here and then just block the ramp. That would have made it so he could have at least a chance of recovery, even though it really, I mean, once you lose a natural, you're screwed. Because I'm on two saturated bases versus, well, none, but at minimum one. You'll take out this natural like 99% of the time unless you mess up. And he's forced to do this. And it's a funny little comment. But as you'll see, I know I have this in the bag. The fact that he pulled his probes is just more confirmation, and he's not going to bust 14 spines, 13 spines. So, I mean, and he attacks desperately, I mean, you know, and that's pretty much game there. Can't do much, and force fields won't save him. I mean, yep. So, as you'll see, he's going to GG any second now, and GG's game over. So as you see in this game, I don't think I got an overseer of this game over here, because I got my lair super late, which is a little bit later than I normally do, and so I just kind of skipped it, which you don't normally want to do, but you can probably get away with it most of the time. But just to be super safe, so you can know that he doesn't know, you should always have an overseer over here. When you see 7 gateways in a robo, 9 times out of 10, he's doing that attack, because that's the best way to do it. You don't want to take your third at 11 minutes. If he takes his third at 11 minutes and you have all these spines, that really isn't that bad. His third's so late that it doesn't matter too much. It won't put you behind. You're going to make these spines anyway when you're going to go hive, so do keep that in mind. And I do apologize for not uploading a video in a while. I've been busy. I was on vacation. And yeah, so next video will be a Zerg vs Zerg. And if you want to know when I release videos, stream, whatever, you can follow my Twitter at Blade555, or follow my stream at Twitch TV Blade55555. That's 5 5s. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.